Welcome to Peetha Academy. In today's AWS Architect interview prep session, we're tackling one of the most important interview questions you'll ever face: how to design a highly available, fault-tolerant architecture on AWS for a mission-critical application. By the end of this session, you'll not only know the theory, but also how to apply it with real-world case studies, hands-on examples, and the right way to explain it in an interview. Here's the question: how would you design a highly available, fault-tolerant architecture on AWS for a mission-critical application? Interviewers want three things from you: that you understand AWS core services, that you know resiliency design patterns, and that you can make real-world trade-offs, especially around cost and performance. So let's break this down step by step. Before we jump into services, let's clear a common confusion: high availability versus fault tolerance. High availability means your system is up most of the time. Think 99.9% uptime. You design so that if one server goes down, traffic is routed to another. Downtime is minimized but not completely eliminated. Fault tolerance, on the other hand, is a higher standard. Even if an entire server or region fails, the system continues seamlessly without downtime. Here's an example. If you're running an e-commerce website during Black Friday, high availability might give you a few seconds of outage during failover. Fault tolerance means your customers never even notice something failed in the background. To achieve HA and FT, you need to master certain AWS services. Load balancers like ALB and NLB distribute traffic and automatically reroute if something fails. Auto-scaling ensures your app scales up when traffic spikes and replaces failed instances automatically. Database resilience comes from RDS Multi-AZ or Aurora Global Database. And at a global level, Route 53 and CloudFront provide DNS failover, global caching, and intelligent traffic routing. If you can talk about these confidently, you've already covered 70% of the interviewer's expectation. Here's how you put it all together: DNS and CDN layer, Route 53 handles failover, CloudFront caches content globally. Application layer, EC2 or containers in auto-scaling groups across multiple AZs. Database layer, RDS multi-AZ or Aurora Global for mission-critical workloads. Storage and monitoring, S3 with replication, and CloudWatch plus CloudTrail for monitoring and recovery. This is the baseline design you can draw on a whiteboard in an interview. Keep it simple but structured. Let's bring it to life with an e-commerce example. On Black Friday, traffic can spike 10 times. Downtime means lost revenue. The solution: Route 53 latency-based routing to direct customers to the nearest healthy region. Auto-scaling with an ALB to handle demand. Aurora with multi-AZ failover so the database never goes down. The result: 99.99% uptime during peak sales. Imagine telling your interviewer, "I designed for a 10 times traffic increase with zero downtime." That's impressive. Now, banking is different. Downtime isn't just lost money, it can break regulations. The design here uses multi-region active-active setup with AWS Global Accelerator, Aurora Global Database for near real-time replication, WAF, and Shield for advanced security. Even during a complete regional outage, customers saw zero disruption. This shows the interviewer you can design for business-critical industries. Think Netflix style. Millions of users worldwide. The challenge is low latency streaming. The solution: CloudFront with 200 plus edge locations. Multi-region backend APIs with Route 53 health checks. DynamoDB global tables for fast metadata access worldwide. The outcome: seamless 4K streaming with 99.9% availability and sub 100 milliseconds latency. When you share case studies like this, you show you understand scale and user experience. Now let's get practical. If you're preparing for interviews, build this at least once. Create an auto-scaling group with two EC2 instances across two AZs. Deploy an RDS multi-AZ database. Put an application load balancer in front. Test it. Stop one AZ and watch traffic seamlessly flow to the healthy AZ. Pro tip: Note down RTO, recovery time objective, and RPO, recovery point objective during testing. Interviewers love when you mention business metrics. To wrap up, high availability not equal fault tolerance, know the difference. Always start with multi-AZ, auto-scaling, and Route 53 as your foundation. For critical apps, think multi-region. And most importantly, always balance cost versus availability. An interviewer doesn't just want AWS buzzwords, they want to see if you think like a real architect who understands trade-offs. If this session helped you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Peetha Academy, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into AWS interview prep. Drop a comment below with the hardest AWS interview question you've faced. I might cover it in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next session.